Look, it's the Road Chronicles right now. What in the schnitzels going on here? What's up, my little schnitzels? It's the weekend where I'm at. It's Sunday, the Lord's Day. Oh, by Shatta. But at the same time, we gonna have on Sunday where it's the Robe Chronicles, where I just am too lazy to put on anything other than a robe. I have clothes underneath this, but still, I just rather have on a robe. But let's go ahead and get into this Reddit story. And also it's E to the kid, the one, the only, y'all already know. Yeah, y'all know. Am I the a-hole for not giving my nephew half of my inheritance from my parents? And stop comprehensive 138, baby, you forgot the C and inheritance. Yeah, you spelled that wrong. But it's all right. Not everybody got it together. It's all right. And English is hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. English is hard. I'm a native English speaker, and I'll still be like, can't think. Anyway, okay. Some backstory. My brother got a girl pregnant basically right out of high school. Ooh. And was disowned by my parents because he wanted to stay in the kid's life instead of just paying monthly child support and going non-contact. Well, kudos to him for actually doing his due diligence of being a father. But I feel, okay, when it comes down to teenage pregnancy, it's hard, especially when it's like your kid got someone else pregnant. But my thing is, instead of trying to take away that responsibility of raising that kid from your kid and just moving away, have your child step in and step up. You grown enough to have that child, you grown enough to take care of it. Anybody got time for that foolishness? Yes, still guide them, but still understand that, baby, your actions have consequences, and your consequence already here. There's nothing we could do at this point. But let's continue. This led him to dropping out of college and working full-time to help support his girlfriend and his future kid. So recently my parents have decided to retire and move to the Bahamas, and they both left their companies to me, which are worth a good chunk of change since I was already working for them. Anyway, recently my nephew and his mom found out about this and inquired if they left their nephew anything. Ma'am, if they disowned their own son, do you really think they care about that child? Anyway, I told them that my parents didn't want anything to do with her or her kid and didn't leave her anything. My brother passed away 5 years ago. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My condolences. I thought that was all there was to it, but she asked me if I could give her kid my brother's half of the inheritance. So more context. My parents didn't want my brother to have anything since believe he could make good decisions as the head of the company. I told her this and I assumed that was it since she left. Unfortunately, a few days later, she's been pestering me about doing the right thing and giving the kid his share of the grandparents' wealth. It has basically been being a massive nuisance. God, dog. Edit for clarity. It's not legal inheritance. I just call it that because that's basically what they transferred the assets I'll get. And when they die, what? I'm sorry, I'm legit trying to read this. Let me just read what this person actually put. Edit for clarity. It's not a legally inheritance. It's not a legal inheritance. I guess English is not your first language, but sweetheart, just to give you some pointers, it's not a legal inheritance. You don't have to put the ly at the end. You don't have to put the ly. It's not needed. Inheritance. I just called it that. Baby, please put a comma. I'm over here going through it because that's basically what they did. Period. Transferring the assets I'd get when they die. You forgot the Y on the they. To me, and when they died to me. A bit early since I don't know any other similar term. Oh, okay. So basically what this person said is they gave you the inheritance early. Okay, they gave LP the inheritance early since they're getting older and up in age. So they're just like, hey man, you take care of the whole thing. This is a tough spot. I wouldn't necessarily say you're the a-hole because it was never your responsibility to do so. But in the same breath, it's like, this is your nephew. I would be on one too if my son legit is getting cut out just because he was out of wedlock, or he wasn't what your parents think is procedure. Like that's low down. So for me personally, I would cut the nephew some change, but I'll put it in a trust fund of, so when the nephew gets older, he can tap into that. I'll have like a certain fund for him to where his mother can't touch it. His mother can't touch it. Only he can touch it. Because that's utterly ridiculous. And your parents suck. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. It's literally ridiculous. And my thing is the fact that they didn't even care about their son dying, nor did they care about their first grandchild. Is just like disgusting. I understand if y'all have like a certain rule or value, whatever, or it's like a tradition, but my thing is he stepped up to the plate. That alone should be commendable. And for them to completely write him out just because he died, or write out anything that has to do with his child, is utterly disturbing and it's not cool. It's very disgusting to me. Response Mountain 6580 said, your parents are the a-holes, here for not acknowledging their grandchild and trying to make their son reject his child. Now you are following in their footsteps. I don't think I'd give her half, agreed. But I think any decent person will want their nephew to grow up without being in poverty and want a relationship with their dead sibling's child. Maybe you could pay a monthly amount of child support. No, I had to disagree. Okay, this is someone commenting underneath that, tired underscore ICU underscore nurse said, or hire him to work in the company when he is old enough. You never say how old he was. Fitzwitz replied underneath that, or set up a trust fund for college. Agreed. I'm not sure how old the kid is. Normally I'd say that's not your problem, it's their money, etc. But you're part of a toxic family. You have a chance to help someone who's been unfairly excluded. Thank you. And you did have did you have any affection or respect for your brother? This is one of those cases you're technically in the clear, but you're the a-hole, if only by passive association with your parents' cruelty. And there's someone that doesn't agree with this. B-I-K, it's like capital B-I-K. BKI or whatever. Reki said, the brother don't owe them anything. Giving them work if they are deserving is one thing, but I don't think no matter how this person is, nobody wants to get part of their company. That's okay, that's valid. Nobody feels it's necessary to have a relationship with someone they have not met in years. My thing is, it's not that he hasn't met them. I'm pretty sure. Okay, OP, we need more context. Did you meet your brother's kid? Because it seems like you still kept in touch with your brother, so you have to know about your that's the only way you know about your nephew. And for her to reach out, then y'all must have been in contact. And last one, Hot Introduction 9667 said, not the a-hole. Your parents are for wanting your brother to abandon his son, but that's a separate story. Your brother, prior to his death, was the one responsible for creating a will and estate for his child. That's also true. That being said, the money that your parents gave you is yours to do with it. Do you have a relationship with the girlfriend, or did she just turn up out of the blue with her hand out? Would your brother want you to help provide something for his child? Okay, I'll let this person put this. If so, determine what amount or percent you feel is appropriate. You aren't obligated to have. I also agree with that. Perhaps create a trust or contribute towards his college or a down payment for his future home. I agree. I have to totally agree with this one. Yeah, the thing is, we need context, and that's what a lot of people are saying. My thing is, everyone's saying the same thing, that we need context, because my main thing with that is, one, you're not really the a-hole, sir. It's out of your control. But at the end of the day, it's like, what? Like, you can't just do this to your nephew when he did not ask to be brought here. That's my whole thing. Put a trust for him. Like, when he gets older enough, help him locate the trust, have him work underneath the company, build up, whatever. That's all I have to say. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. I don't know what to say about this situation, but hey, love, peace, and hair grease, y'all. Bye. Ta-da!